Well, hello Academy members, here we go again, getting into June now of 2017. So I want to just address briefly what I get in practice every day. It's actually epidemic in the world, and the subject is insomnia. In 2014 in the US alone, they estimated 10% are insomniacs. So what does that mean? It means that they are depending on sedative medication or sedative hypnotic medication, in the case of sleeping medication, that they need to get to sleep. And so they even went in 2014 and said, we're going to take March 10 as the Insomnia Day. For goodness sake, what is going on with our world? And so in practice, one of the first things you've got to look at very carefully is the hypothalamus gland. So this is the gland that really is the steadying influence and the major controller of our central nervous system from the brain. And we're talking about the neurotransmitters, what they call GABA-A. And these neurotransmitters must be working in the best possible way so we can rest easy and wake up refreshed. So the hypothalamus is, of course, the gland that promotes the production of melatonin, and then it transmits that to the pineal gland. So that is the key in the center of where we start. And we've got to make sure that that gland is very comfortable and doesn't have any infection that's influencing that gland. And we've got to make sure that there's no problem with that gland under emotion, because it's very much associated with the difficulties that people have under emergencies. So this is really a key to understanding how we can control our bodies and our minds under emergency situations. And a failure to do that will start to influence and highlight the inadequacy of the hypothalamus. So we're talking about the emotion, we're talking about the infection, and now we're talking about what else can influence that directly. It is either cervical 4 segmentation or lumbar 2, the reciprocal of cervical 4. So here we have 3 major influences, and then the 4th one is relating to blood sugar. You've got to, if you have this problem, you've got to get off the sugar at the last meal at least. So make sure that you have something to maintain your blood sugar is the slow burning proteins and essential fats and fatty acids. You can't start drinking booze and find out that you're waking between 2 and 3, a common problem highlighting insomnia. So we have a lot of things that create this stress, so we have to go to that emotional influence. But in Masters this year, we're going to look in depth at something you've never understood, and the subtlety of it is amazing. And that is the mental stresses and how we can actually stop this. And this starts to influence things like ADD, ADHD. We're going to get right into that and nail this continuing emphasis on learning, inadequacy to actually learn, retrieve, and recall. So let's get these things so we can get a good night's sleep and stop this reliance on having to manipulate our central nervous system to get to sleep. We don't want this. You'll never be well if that gland is under perpetual control of something that's artificial to you. It is not normal. It is starting to manipulate your central nervous system. We have to help you here to get over this little hurdle, and we're going to do so. These are major steps forward, and I'm going to enlarge on this in a huge way at Masters this year. Great to talk to you again, and let's have a good night's sleep tonight. Talk to you soon. Thank you.